with another video. Today's video is going to be talking about The Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 14 review. So overall, it was a very good episode. A lot of build-ups, meet a new person and stuff. So yeah. So I want to hear your guys' thought. What you think of the episode? What was your favorite moments? And all that stuff in the comments below. So we start off with Carol and Negan. So we know that Carol and Negan plan together to take out Alpha, and we see her going down there to the cell right after the whole Lydia incident. And she made some kind of deal if he goes out and kills Alpha, brings her head back, and she'll bounce for him, say that he is a good person, he's changed and all that stuff. So yeah. So and it skips to with Carol putting Alpha's head on the spike like she did Henry and all the others. And Negan's like, "Are you gonna hold up your bargain of the deal?" And Carol keeps on saying that you took too long, you should have done it faster. And Negan's like, "Well, I had to do it to not be like a suicide mission." And he just keeps on saying like he done what he had to do to prove that he can done what he done. So yeah, and then she just pretty much leaves and says she needs time of her own. And Negan's like, "Well, what the heck, what are you gonna do? If I go back to Alexander, they'll have my head, I'll be hung." So yeah, so Carol leaves Negan to be whatever he does. And then Negan goes to the cabin where he put Lydia at for safekeeping and stuff, but he finds out that Daryl's there because Lydia apparently gets away and I guess finds Daryl and tells Daryl what Negan done. And Daryl punches Negan and don't believe him. And Negan's like trying to tell Daryl like, "Hey, I killed Alpha. Me and Carol done this. I'll prove it to you," and all that stuff. And I thought that whole moment was pretty cool because we see not a lot of Negan and Daryl. And I love this whole episode. It was based off of Negan and Daryl. So yeah. And it was also in that moment Negan calls Carol Daryl's girlfriend. So I thought that was really like, yeah. So yeah, he pretty much, Daryl ties him up and takes him back to where he sees Carol as that Alpha's on the spike. He proved to Daryl that he had Alpha's head, but Daryl didn't want to believe. So make their back way. Daryl's not believing Negan. And Negan's trying to say, "Hey, I'm on your side, I'm not on their side. That's why I done it, because I had to get Alpha on my side." And same was Carol. Daryl's like, "Well, it took you so long." And Negan's like, "It's not easy as it is to not suicide me. I'm the one killed her. I silenced the whisper and all that." And they got to the pike, and during that time, Beta and some of the whispers finds Alpha's head. But it was gone time. Daryl and Negan got there, and Daryl's like, "What the hell? Where's it at? You're lying the whole thing." And then here comes some of the whispers out, and they hear Daryl and Negan talking about Negan killing her, that he is the new Alpha. And I thought that moment was funny because Negan was like being sarcastic, like trying to get them to believe that he's on their side, not Daryl's side. Even got Daryl to kneel, and next minute now one of the whispers hands him a gun, and he done that little speech and then starts shooting and then killing all the whispers to prove to Daryl his loyalty and that he's on their side and stuff. So I really love that moment and stuff. And then another moment I really enjoyed with them talking on the log about Carol, about Alpha, about how during this time when Negan killed the Whispers, some of the Whispers, that he liked it and he really meant it, because hell, he's been in a cell for 7 years, almost 7 something years. And when he was out during that time, Alpha made him feel like he was wanted. He was had his freedom finally, and all that stuff. But he just he enjoyed that aspect of it, but he didn't believe Alpha's method of killing people for no reason, killing kids, and all Alpha's craziness. He just didn't want to do it, and that's pretty much why he put Lydia away, because if Negan didn't save Lydia would have died. So, and it was just all that stuff, and Daryl's like, well, I don't care your opinion, and Negan's like, well, you like my sarcastic or something. He said something really funny, and then Daryl just gets up and leaves, and Negan's like, well, about Carol. So the whole deal with Carol's situation was, after she left Negan, she's been having I guess like what when Morgan had with one of the saviors that Henry killed, I can't think of his name. He was having that mental stage of having he's not there, but he actually is. Carol was having that similar way with Alpha. And Alpha was just taunting her about Sophia, about Henry, about Daryl, about Kenny Ziegler. And so Carol comes across this building with a boat, and it falls in, and Alpha's like, well, you're going to get everybody killed because it's your fault. You think you can get away with this boat and stuff. And just keeps on taunting her, and comes out with there's a walker and around it, and Carol pretty much injures herself to prove Alpha wrong, but Alpha's not there, but it's in her head. So yeah, that's just pretty much what that whole situation is, that Carol wanted to get away from everything, whatever happened, but she don't regret for helping get Negan to kill Alpha. But she eventually, after that whole situation with the boat and the building falling on her, she gets back to Alexander, and Daryl's there, and she just walks on by. So I'm really intrigued what next for them two characters. And then back with everybody like Jerry, Eugene, Rosita, and all them are there. Yumiko and Eugene, and Magna comes back, and there was a moment between Jared and Magna because Jerry thought that she was dead, so we saw that little moment. And it was very interesting about Rosita. I wonder, because Eugene washes her down, I wonder if she's perhaps injured or something, so I don't know. She might be tired from the whole Battle of the Hilltop. Rosita tells Eugene to tell everybody about Stephanie, about this community, and he finally tells everybody about Stephanie, about the meetup, about this possible new community, and everybody's like, what the hell, why didn't you tell us? Are they a new community? This is a new threat. But it winds up Yumiko and Kenny Ziegler and Eugene goes to meet Stephanie. So I love that moment with Yumiko and Magna, because Yumiko wanted Magna to go, but she didn't want to go, so Yumiko went instead. I love that moment with Jerry and Kenny Ziegler telling herself goodbye at the moment. So I really love that moment, because you never know, because Kenny Ziegler is sick, so they travel on the way. They come across some danger with some walkers and stuff. And Kenny Ziegler, you could tell he's getting weaker from the whole cancer stuff. And his horse somehow got injured or got bit by a walker and stuff. So he had to put his horse down. So, and then it winds up them being somewhere at this city, like abandoned city. And I put it in my notes of what the heck was these whispers. They's all dressed up being weird. I was like, what the heck is going on here? Who all done this? Why are these walkers dressed up as? Like these costumes are tied down. Like the one was dressed as a police officer, and one was, I guess, giving a parking ticket to the person that was in a walker was in our car. Kenny Ziegler thought that was funny, and the whole situation was really weird. And it wound up meeting the princess. She is from the comics, so they introduced it to her. It was similar like this in the comics, but it was just remake of who was there. There was a lot more people in the comics compared to the TV show, so I'm very interested to see how she is in the TV show compared to the comics. For right now, she's similar to how her introduction was in the comics. So, very interested with Princess. I'm interested to see how she comes alive in the TV show. So, with that, we got a new character coming on board. And then the whole deal with Beta. With Beta finding out with Alpha's death, one of the whispers says, "Oh, you're the new Alpha," and he tells that one go up to Alpha's head, and she bites this dude and stuff. So I thought that was pretty creepy and stuff. And then him taking Alpha's head back to this new where he's been at, new hangout place for him. But it looks like that's where he was before the world ended, I think. But we find out he's like a singer, because you see music, you see record players of him, reminiscing of his past, of what he done before. Him down with Alphabet Goth and stuff, and was playing his music. It looked like he was building up a big herd. And then at the end of it, he puts Alpha's head, or puts herself down with her head. You know what I mean? Put her down. And during one scene, he takes where Gamma ripped off that mask of his, and then used part of Alpha's face for the new mask. And then he's back as the creepy Beta that we know. Opened the door, luring the herd, going probably to Alexandria or to see where our people's at. So they're pretty much at Alexandria. So yeah, over there, the episode was great. And yeah, I'm very interested to see what's next week's episode, because that is our last episode 2 for right now. So yeah, I have a video I explained it last week about the news with the finale and stuff, so I will link that in the description below for you guys if you're not hear the news. So yeah, like I said, let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of the episode. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What's your favorite moment? What's your least favorite moment in the episode? And yeah, also, if you're new to my channel, you like what you see, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the bell for you guys to keep up with new videos. And I'll check you guys out in my next video.